video failed to synchronize with the server due to an unexpected problem. Please refresh your browser with an icy cold Mountain Dew.
We're gonna get sued now.
What? Welcome to PrinnyCast Roundtable for October 11th, 2013, a casual weekly show where we talk about what we've been up to in the various gaming-related stuff over the last week. We're your fallible hosts. I'm Chris. This is Grover.
Hello.
This is Mike.
Hello.
And Edna's here too, chatting with all of us through text messages. She's too busy to be here in person, you know. And in the background, you'll see more Kickstarter projects. Check out the links below if you're curious about any of them or want to help fund them. You'll also see the latest bundle trailer, which in this week is the Humble Weekly bundle, and its focus is Focus Home Interactive. And while you may not be familiar with their names specifically, you'll likely at least heard some of their games if you're a PC gamer at all. Like Blood Bowl Legendary Edition, which always seems to be somewhere on the Steam front page. I don't understand why. But anyway, Divinity 2 Developer's Cut, Cities XL Platinum.
Oh yeah, I'm just still in shock from hearing you couldn't pay me money to play that damn game.
Confrontation, Game of Thrones, the RPG, and RAW Realms of Ancient War. And if you pay over $6, you also get War Game European Escalation and the often recommended Testament of Sherlock Holmes. All games are only available for Steam, and some come with actual soundtracks. So what have we been playing this week, Mike?
I got the new Jack Skellington figure for Disney Infinity, so I played that a little bit. Other than that, it's mostly been, World of Warcraft, and I actually am in the beta for Hearthstone, and as someone who plays Magic the Gathering and a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh!, I actually think it's pretty fun. It's a nice little computer card game. It doesn't have a lot to do with the actual trading card game, the physical cards for World of Warcraft. Some of the cards are similar. It's kind of based on the same basic concept. The only thing that's really different is the resource system. You basically start with, I'll call it mana, because I play Magic more than anything else. You start with 1 mana, and each turn you gain an additional mana. The player that goes first has turn advantage on that, so the player that goes second is giving a bonus card called the coin, because they do a flip to tell who goes first, so it's the coin. But the coin gives you 1 extra mana that you can use only once, and it doesn't give you 2 mana, and then the next turn you get 3 mana. It just, you get 2 mana, and the next turn you would go back to where you would normally be, which is at 2 mana. So it's a little bit of a way to get a catch up on that loss of the first turn mana. But it is pretty fun.
I've seen a little bit of on streams, but I don't know, it's hard to watch a card game.
It is, especially if you don't understand the rules or the different strategies. I've never really been into watching card games that much anyway. I do like watching my friends play Magic with each other because they have really good cards. So some of the stupid stuff they can do is just ridiculous and kind of fun to watch. But I haven't actually watched.
There's like a torture deck that kills you when you die and they never attack you.
Yeah, you could do those. So there's 10 classes in World of Warcraft. 11 now, with the addition of the monk. There are only 9 in Hearthstone. There's no monk and there's no Death Knight class. So it's just the original 9.
Making room for expansion packs.
Well,
and a beta.
If I remember correctly, the game is supposed to be free to play. You can just play it and then you can buy bonus packs.
Unlike what Scrolls did, shame on you.
Yeah, in the beta for Hearthstone, if you buy a bonus pack, then you get a special reward that is supposed to carry over to when the game actually launches, and you get to keep those packs. Like every time they do the beta resets, you start with the packs that you've already purchased, and then when the game comes out, you get those packs anyway. So it's not like, oh, buy packs in the beta, and then you don't get anything in the end game. You actually get to keep what you buy in the beta.
Good.
It's a pretty fun game. If you're lucky enough to get in the beta, I'd recommend playing it. It is pretty fun.
So what have you been up to, Grover?
Well, I got really sick and tired of Candy Crush. At first, I was like, I am cracked out addicted to this game, and then it just started to really piss me off. Basically, pay to advance, basically pay to win. It started really constantly doing that. So I went back to something that's about the same and doesn't make me pay money, and I just get to play it all I want and then stop when I'm done. Bejeweled. Yep. And Bejeweled 3, that's what I got. I played the holy crap out of that once I got it. I think I put about 20 hours into it, and now I got my Bejeweled fill, and maybe once a week I jump on and play for like 2 hours or so. But then I played more Castle Story. Fun, but it's also still very alpha, so it's still pretty damn new. Then I finally got over my burnout on Civ 5. 5. I went on a Civ 5 rampage, and not only that, they have a beta patch out, and it dramatically adjusts Brave New World. And the AIs are all raging dickhead bastards now.
Naturally. They were before.
Before they would kind of do their thing, and I would do my thing, and the warmongers would come after me. Now everybody comes after me. They're back to like they used to be, where they're just sadistic. And, that's fun. It's alright, so it doesn't bother as much. It's not as easy it used to be. And,
but at least nobody surprises you anymore.
Yeah, nobody surprises me. Then I played Don't Starve, and I only played that for about 2 hours. I was just like, my god, there's so much new stuff.
Yeah, I need to get back to that too.
Yeah, there's just so much new stuff that I was just completely overwhelmed. I was just like, I could play this for 20 hours at least. I would figure out everything. And then I played a little bit of Tower Wars, and yeah, that's, nothing's new about Tower Wars. It's on sale on Steam right now, I think, but I don't think anybody cares. And then I played Tropico 4. Tons of Tropico 4. I beat the vanilla version of it. The ending is just kind of mediocre. It's just him saying, yeah, it's just a sim game. That's what I remind myself. And it's just basically him saying, I am the king of the Caribbean. And what's funny about Tropico 4 is the missions get ridiculous when you get to the very end. I mean, everything is, anything that can go wrong can. The scenario where tornadoes drop down and just ravage your city happen over and over again, like every 5 minutes on the spot. I went to the Modern Times expansion pack of missions, and those are just absurd. It's even worse now, and now they just add random crap. Like, in one mission, there's hiccups. Everybody had some sickness that caused hiccups, and if 100 citizens catch it, you lose instantly. Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's just getting more and more absurd. And they got challenge missions, too, and those are just, I played one, and I actually am playing one right now that I lose within the first 5 years. And if anybody that plays this game knows, that is losing really fast. You're like, what the hell just happened? Then I played 7 Days to Die. I've played the crap out of it. I've explored everything. There's really not much more to do until they add more stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's it. That's all I did.
Well, let's see. I picked up that Humble Bundle I mentioned. I'm really too busy with other internet things to get anything really new downloaded in a while, though I did get Realms of Ancient War installed because it's only about a gig. It's a very, very simplistic Diablo Light. I'd almost call it like an arcade version. The genre is just so watered down here. It's not a bad game, certainly at Humble Bundle prices, but I wouldn't have paid $10-20 that it's probably actually going for it. But part of the problem is my hard drive is getting filled up with all the video stuff for PrinnyCast and then all the games too. I have a secondary one that I haven't needed for work in a long time since the new rig has just tons of memory on it, but I'm kind of afraid to use it because that is a work hard drive, and But aside from that, I did beat the campaign in Battlefield 3, and 2 of the latter levels were actually quite worthwhile. I don't know if it was quite worthwhile, the 20 gig download for it, because I don't know how long I'll end up keeping all of it, because it's eating 20 gigs of my hard drive space, and I won't likely play through it again. I know my computer can't handle both it and Fraps to PrinnyPlay it or anything like that, and of course my internet, so the multiplayer's out, so why keep it? But other than that, not much gaming, poking around Second Life some more after a long vacation from it, playing Tynan, if only because I got in with a friendly guild who's actually made things more enjoyable. And that's not it. I do need to replace my DVD burner because it doesn't seem to want to burn anymore, and anytime I play something, it seems to really stutter for a long time before it gets going. So I'll likely be doing that sometime in between editing for the next day or so.
I think I tried Second Life once, and I remember getting into it, and there was something about my character. I could not change out my character or something, and I didn't get much farther than that, because I was like, my character is ridiculous looking, and I want to change him, and I could not figure out how.
It's not user-friendly even now. It's better than it was the first time I got on there, but it's also one of those places where you can quickly lose money if you're not careful. It is probably one of the most notorious setups for nickel and diming people I have ever seen, and it's effective if I've actually spent like $70 on the thing, so I don't do that extra DLC stuff, and I still spent over $70. Of course, that's over a period of like 2 years, so that's not that bad. It's still cheaper than paying $10 a month for something. So, but it's a free game. You didn't have to buy that stuff.
Yeah.
Also, lately we've been recording on Fridays, so I'm considering bumping up the shows earlier, so Roundtable will get uploaded either Saturday night or Sunday morning, and Game News on Monday morning. Let us know what you think out there, if you guys even care about us sticking to schedules like that, just uploading when it's ready, sort of thing. I tend to try to do things overnight because, that kills my internet uploading something for a long time. So I try to do it when there's no need for a computer. Which reminds me, 450 meg PrinnyPlays coming up. Actually, it'll probably already be up by by the time this airs, but yeah, I did Dead Island, and I guess the intensive, larger screen with all the graphics and everything made the files a lot bigger than it usually is, because it's only like 17, 16 minutes. It's not that much bigger than the usual, but
Holy cow.
450 is not a lot for a
450.
lot of people's connection, but I'm uploading at like 15 to 20 kps. That's going to take a good many hours.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping that it doesn't
It's only
crash
15
overnight.
minutes long?
Yeah, but it's 1280 by 720 or whatever those aspects are. So it's HD. It looks good.
That is weird, but
Then another concern that Skype is going all mobile friendly now, so they're going to completely rewrite the scripting for the programming, which means all the applications like the recording we've been using all this time will be dead come New Year's if they don't update along with it. I'm sure they will, but I'm not sure what the alternatives are at the moment, so right now that's kind of scary. I don't know how else to record us all clearly at the moment if that disappears, so...
It's gonna be bothersome.
But yeah, that's 2.5 months away. Surely something will come up by then. And just some other little stuff that's not quite game newsworthy, but still interesting to talk about. You can head over to Funimation.com to watch the first episode of the brand new Blaze Blue anime series for free. You don't need to even sign up. Just check out the link below if you're interested and just click and watch. Capcom in Japan is celebrating 30 years of Capcom. I wonder if Mike knows about this. And 20 years of Mega Man X. And a part of the celebration is a huge 12-disc Rockman X sound box available
Yeah,
only
I
in
do
Japan,
know about that.
but it features music from pretty much every Mega Man X ever, including series including oh no, here we go. Including series like Extreme and Command Mission. It'll be released on December 18th, and I'm sure it's importable, so... Also, I learned only recently, despite this being around for quite a few years, I don't know if you've heard about IDW's Infestation comic miniseries, but it's got to be the wildest crossover you were ever hear. Well, so far. Simply put, a zombie apocalypse that also affects machines gets deliberately sent through a trans-dimensional portal by this villain, and I'm kind of wondering if that's not a separate series I'm just not familiar with. But what's beyond the portals? Hold on to your seats, folks. Transformers, G.I. Joe, 30 Days of Night, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, Star Trek, and Dungeons & Dragons. I kid you not.
what?
I mean, they're not actually interacting with each other, but this zombie plague is getting pushed into each one of those dimensions, and each one has like 2 books apiece or something like that. I need to, but still, crazy go nuts.
That's in the crazy hell.
And yes, I think everybody knows now, but River City Ransom Underground did indeed get funded, so hooray! Up there with Shantae and Mighty Number 9. And I'm not sure, I may have mentioned this last week. I mentioned it quite often, so. But yeah, anything else you guys got?
No.
Fucking fly. I mean, just bounced off my head again. Get away from me! No.
Follow us on Twitter at PrinnyCast, and you can contact us with emails at PrinnyCast@gmail.com. Don't forget we have a Google Plus account that's now officially in the description now, so I don't forget to point that out anywhere. At least you can see for yourself. You can find that and the rest of the links to YouTube and Twitch channels and all that good stuff down below. And I guess we'll see you in game news. Till next week, folks.
See you next
Goodbye.